Like 963 hertz, to be honest. That's supposed to be the God frequency. It is. It's the God frequency. Damn, why is so loud? Goofy shit. Child, I don't have time for shenanigans. Okay, let me turn this down, child. Sounds crazy. Shuffle 963 hertz on Amazon Music.
I couldn't find the songs you requested.
Shuffle my frequency playlist on Amazon Music.
Shuffling the playlist, Sleep Frequencies, on Amazon Music.
Child, and don't stop. Why is all 432? That's not the frequency I want to be on. I don't want to be on 432 frequency. Anywho, welcome. Come on, come on. Shadow band or not. Okay, we're gonna talk about this misconception about the twin flame journey. Because everybody want to romanticize it and make it seem like it's all about finding love and the love of your life and your soulmate, and it's really not. It's really about spiritual warfare. It's about going to war out here for your soul. It's not about love. It's about fighting for your fucking soul. Okay? It's a war between God and Satan. The devil. El Diablo. People always want to say, everybody got a twin. Everybody don't got no fucking twin. It's only 144,000 in the Bible, right? There's way more of us on the planet than that. So it's impossible for everybody to have a twin flame if the 144 have to be on that journey, right? To awaken. I mean, it just makes sense to me. Some people just have soulmates. Everybody not a... I mean, it sucks to say, but everybody is not a twin. But those that are twins know that this shit is not for the weak. It's not something you want to sign up for. Being a soldier in the army of the Lord is not fun. It's scary. It's real out here because it's real consequences to the war. It's a war. It's real consequences to if you fail your mission, your soul is done for. Because it's like your last chance. So with the twin flame thing, yes, there's a divine feminine, divine masculine, because the whole point of it all is for the divine feminine, divine masculine to come back together, and for you to balance your shadow and ego, which is the devil, the demonic side of things, right? That's the temptation. That's what take you away from God. Your ego. That's how Satan fell from heaven, right? Because his ego led him away from God. Which brings me to the fact that Satan is God's ego, right? That's why it's called the adversary, because the ego is... And somebody tried to argue me down about Satan and God and Jesus being the son and he wasn't real. Like, girl, don't start with me. Jesus was a man, and they'll tell you anything for you to not think that Jesus was a black man. They'll tell you, oh, he wasn't real. He was just a consciousness. Yeah, he had the consciousness, but Jesus was a fucking black man, baby. Jesus was a black man, and they don't want you to believe he was a black man. So they'll tell you that he wasn't even real, so that you would dismiss the fact that he was a actual human being, but he was black. And that was just that. They didn't say anything to deny the fact that Jesus was black. You gotta open your... Black people be pissing me off. Like, they don't even know their own fucking self. You don't even know yourself. You want to argue with me about Jesus being real or not. Jesus was a twin flame. Jesus was a twin flame. He was a divine masculine. His twin was Mary Magdalene. Them two had a child named Sarah. Jesus was a human being like you and I. Jesus never claimed himself to be a god. People made him that way, and they wanted him to be so far removed from us so that we can't reach our consciousness the same way we could walk on water. We could do everything Jesus did. He wanted to teach us. He was teaching people that. He literally taught people to do the things he did. How could he not be real? If he wasn't real, that means his whole bloodline wasn't real. That means everybody who came before him wasn't real. Moses wasn't real. Enoch wasn't real. Like, listen, y'all gotta listen to what the fuck you're saying. Use your intuition. Don't just hear shit and go with it. Take it back to the Lord in prayer. Like, pray about it. Talk to God about it yourself. And get your answers yourself. Child. That'd be so annoying. People just so fucking gullible and just believe the okie doke. They don't want to believe Jesus was black, but they believe he was invisible. He was just a piece of your brain. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus was a human being. He was a human man, and he was trying to help people awaken to the fact that God is within us, obviously, but we are not God. There's a power source that flows through us. Our power comes from something else, extraterrestrial. That's what Jesus was here to show us, that our power comes out. It comes from the source, but we can access it through our intuition and unlock all the things that Jesus did in his time. But people don't want to. I don't know why it's so hard to correlate that. Like, I guess it's because it's so fantastical. It's like hard to believe. But yes, Jesus was a twin. He was a divine masculine. Mary Magdalene was his divine feminine. And that's the whole patriarchal problem with the Bible and religion in general, is that they always try to suppress the feminine. It's always something wrong. The feminine always sinning, or she's a whore, or da 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 da. And that's the whole problem with society now, and why we're in this such an egotistical, warmongering, fear-mongering, sex trafficking. All of that shit is rooted in the same suppression of femininity. That's why you can't ascend unless you balance your divine feminine and your divine masculine characteristics. That's the whole purpose. So while everybody knows it's not a twin flame, but everybody does have divine feminine, divine masculine in them, so that they can awaken. The twin flames is just the soldiers. Now that journey is not fun, because therefore when you awaken to the fact that you're surrounded by enemies. That's number one. You're surrounded by the enemy. Like, you group, your family, everybody is your enemy secretly. And God put you through that because, just like Job, we have to go through that test. We have to fight for our own soul first before we can help save other souls, right? So we have to grow up around Satan and the devil to make sure we going to choose what we're supposed to, because we all have free will. We all have free will. So if you're the twin that choose to awaken, and then your twin is still over there playing with the devil and then don't want to awaken, you're not supposed to wait for your twin. You're supposed to still go towards your mission. That's not, because the point is not to save your twin. The point is to awaken and save the souls who want to be saved. Or help awaken. You can't even save souls, because people got to save their own damn soul. You can't save no soul. You have to awaken and help other people awaken to their divinity, like Jesus was trying to do. Help people awaken to their divinity. That's the point of being a twin flame. It's not to be falling in love and loop-de-doo and la-di-da. The point is to awaken and help awaken others to fight the spiritual war against evil. The ones who want to take over and suppress divinity and make you think that God is in the Bible, and that's not where God at. No, because why would the God in the Bible is a hateful God, jealous and spiteful. Why would God need to be jealous? Why would God need to be a jealous God if He created us? Why the fuck would He need to be jealous of anything else? He created all the other gods beneath Him. What would you need to be jealous of? There's no point. You can smite any of them at any time. Hello? Like, it's just stuff that don't make any sense. It's just people just follow stuff blindly without really using your logical brain and your intuition. Not even just logic, your intuitive brain, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about intuition and waking up to the fact that everybody has that divine feminine and divine masculine in them, but not everyone is a twin. Twin is about spiritual war. A war, the real war for your soul. So now, if your twin don't pass the spiritual test, that soul becomes karmic. But it's not your job to fight for that twin if they chose to be karmic, because we have free will. We have free will. We can choose to ascend. We can choose to stay in the matrix. It's up to you, red or blue. What you gonna do? Like, what are you going to choose? It's up to you, right? Dang. So that's what people be having it fucked up. So let me go and get into this oracle, because I do want to pull the oracle. All right, let's see what we're doing, Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, holy angels, ancestors of the highest vibration, I come to you for clear and concise messages for the collective in regards to this energy. I channel you divinely and directly, Holy Spirit. What is the message in regards to this twin flame energy, Holy Spirit? What do you need to know? This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. One of my favorite decks of late. One of my first oracle decks, actually. I forgot what possessed me to buy it. I bought it like 2021. All right, Holy Spirit, what's the message for today? That's too many. That's like what messages, child? I know you want to say a lot, baby. Holy Spirit, let me get one, please. You want to talk your shit to the people then. Ooh! The curse. Somebody got hand over his ghost hand over his mouth, child. And the moon up there. Ooh, this is gonna be an interesting one here. I ain't never put this card yet. Baby, what's the curse, Holy Spirit? Oh, Jesus, I'm scared. I'm scared about the curse, Lord. 14 break down to a 5. That's change. Ooh, Spirit, what's the curse, honey? It's very ominous. Oh, chat. Okay. The curse. The curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. That's called generational curses. So this was the curse that we're talking about, the generational ones. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as a disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. Recognizing the generational curses that you are supposed to break in your lineage. Usually, that person, the curse breaker, is the black sheep, the scapegoat, the one that everybody dismisses, like myself, who's here to break the curses. These generational curse breakers are usually the ones going through the spiritual warfare, and they're usually the twin flames of the lineage. All right? The invitation. It's time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? Were you a slave or a master in a past life? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, and to be released. Honor the players and their stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Craft a new life course for yourself. The medicine. Be aware of your actions. Act with impeccable intention so as not to create a debt or karma that sooner or later someone has to pay. Ooh-wee. Down in, whether you pay it in this lifetime or your kids pay it, sins of the father. That's what that means. Is it's passing down a generational curse to your kids because you pass away before you can live out. You rack up so much karma, you can't even live out your karma. Your kids gotta pay your karma, and you pass down your lineage. That's exactly what we're talking about here. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to the people you love the most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. Let me read that again, baby. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to the people you love the most, right? Because when you create karma, you don't just create it for yourself, you create it for your lineage, for your kids, for your DNA. If you rack up so much karma that you cannot live this lifetime clearing it out, somebody got to pay. It's this karmic law. It's the law of reciprocity. It's sins of the father, honey. That's how we end up with these generational curse breakers. You're not supposed to perpetuate the curse and let the curse keep living on and on and on. You know, so for me, in this incarnation, I chose to come back to be that curse breaker, because that's, you know, when we incarnate as an earth angel, you choose your path, right? You choose what you want to do, and they chose me to be in this mission. I said, okay, if I'm gonna do this job, I'm gonna take on this mission, I'm gonna go in like this and and everything else. But we know that we were gonna be asleep when we got here, and that we had to awaken to these things to figure it out, to navigate the rest of the path. Dang. The curse breakers, the twin flames, are the generational curse breakers of the lineage. That's how you know if it's you or not. Dang, that's crazy, spirit. Okay, let's get some more out here. Tell me. Okay, well, let's get some emotional energy first. With the emotional deck. Why am I singing Tell Me, Christina Aguilera and Diddy? I know you're gonna like it. I know. So tell me how you want it. Tell me you don't have to fight it. I used to love that song in college though. Baby, I know you're gonna like it. I know. So tell me how you want it. Somebody lost. Somebody feel lost. Lost in the heat of it all. Miami, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Spain, Los Angeles. Let me stop. That's Frank Ocean. Being lost is an emotion of losing your sense of direction, leaving you feeling uncertain. Being lost reminds you that sometimes confusion is necessary as it forces you to reassess yourself, reconnect with your inner guidance, and move towards what you truly desire. Lost energy. Somebody lost in the heat of it all. Ooh, exhaustion. Jesus. Lost and exhausted? Yeah, exhaustion is a state of physical and mental fatigue, signaling that you need rest and recovery. Overworking drains your energy, so listen to your body's needs and give yourself space to rejuvenate. You will regain your vitality. Don't overdo it, honey. Somebody is physically and mentally exhausted here. Lost. Mentally, emotionally, child. Somebody all fucked up in this energy. Ugh, Lord. I pray for whoever it is, child. They need some confidence. And this is all blue in purple energy. Like throat chakra, crown chakra energy. Somebody needs to speak a truth and use their intuition. Confidence is the inner belief that you have the strength to face challenges. It's about trusting yourself and your abilities. When this card appears, it encourages you to take action, knowing you can overcome any obstacle with confidence. And you see at the root of confidence is what? Solar plexus. That's solar plexus. Crown chakra, throat chakra. Okay? Or you could say, this could be like the indigo. But yeah, crown, solar plexus, crown, throat. Confidence. Let's get one more. Sadness. Oh, gosh. This is some blue ass cards. Sadness. Sadness is an inner healing process that helps you process loss and pain. When you feel sadness, give yourself time and space, as it is the source of strength to start anew. So, this could be the energy of someone who lost the spiritual war, the battle for their soul. That means they went the other direction. That's why they sad, they lack confidence, and they exhausted because they lost the battle for their soul, and the devil won this one in this lifetime. Somebody let Satan take their ass away. That's why it's all this blue and purple. Somebody did not listen to their intuition. They did not use their throat chakra when they supposed to have. And their solar plexus is this small. Look how little, this all the yellow we have here. They have no, that's the confidence. In the ego, in the center of it all, is what was controlling everything. but it was this big. Hold on, child. Yeah, so, oh, skepticism. They were a skeptic. Somebody did not believe in the Most High. And that's a part of the spiritual war. That's how Satan trick you out of your souls. Like, that's the first things first. Believe that you are not God. Like I said in the beginning. Our power comes from the source. The source. We just the conduit. We just represent God on earth. But God is the source, though. Jesus never said he was God and Lord. Y'all, people made him that. People made him that. Jesus never wanted to. It's even in the Bible. It even say, you don't put your faith in man. You put your faith in God. Jesus never wanted to be worshipped. That's why I don't call him like that. I mean, I call him like he's my equal. They don't want you to make you seem like Jesus is your equal, but yes, Jesus was an earth angel as well. An ancestor. So I call him as an ancestor, not as the Most High God. Skepticism involves questioning and critically examining everything, urging you to see things clearly, not just accept them blindly. Skepticism drives you to think deeply, helping you make wiser decisions. A skeptic here. Chill. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to do the damn whatchamacallit cards, but I'm gonna do them. Because I already know what's gonna come out in these cards. Skepticism, a skeptic. And then you believe when it's too late. You already done did all the karmic things and your soul done burnt the fuck up. Your divinity gone. Now you want to believe in God and pray. After you done built up all this fucked up ass karma, you gotta still burn that karma, baby. You can't escape karma. You cannot escape karma just because you're sorry. You realize that, correct? You can't escape karma because you're sorry. You and your lineage have to live that karma out. That's just the way it goes. One of these was up. Yeah. Ooh, the Grim Reaper child was up. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. What did I just say? Look at God be. Listen, don't play with Bae. Do not play with my Bae like that. This is the only card that I'm still shuffling. This card popped up on the upright. No second chances. The relationship is over with. Grow and transform your life. Just because you're sorry, you can't escape karma because you're sorry. Let's leave that out there, child. Just give your life to, just give the rest of your life to God. Like, you can still try to redeem your soul. But, I mean, if you blaspheme God, God don't forgive that. Like, that's one thing God don't forgive. If you play on his name and denounce his divine feminine, which is the Sophia wisdom, your intuition, then yeah, God is the karmic law. It's not about being angry. It's about justice in the astral. There's a balance to things. As people don't understand, you can't just do what you want to do just because you think you. That's the devil's trick. He make you think you can do what the fuck you want to do. Do what thou wilt, my ass. Do what thou wilt. That's the trick they taught. They fed it to you wrong. And those cults, they feed that shit to you wrong to distort your dumb ass. They distorted your ass. You can't do what thou wilt. In that manner, it was meant for divine. Ooh. Date, child. Here we go. Wait, is it backwards? Oh, this one is backwards. Talking. Yeah, do what thou wilt if you want to. You want to wilt some damn consequences. Okay, let me put these shits the right way, because some of them is backwards now. Ascending, girl talk, soulmates. The difficulty, part of the key. Stabbed in the back, coughing. Ooh wee! Somebody got going. Somebody getting up out of here to the upper room. Stabbed in the back, and then the coffin, bitch. Somebody's trying to kill somebody, child. Somebody try to take somebody up out there, try to take their damn own twin up out of here. Because that's what we read it for. And that's why the chaser feels not enough. And that's why we had all that sadness and all that blue in the first spread. Honey, coffee cup, meeting conversing. Girl with a snake, a narcissist. Child. You need to do the damn cards at this point. Okay, let's make sure we shuffle them right. Y'all be mad when y'all can't comment, huh? And troll. They be burning your ass up, but you still gonna watch though. So funny. Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. This is an awakening. Somebody has had an awakening. It's a tower moment. Somebody had an awakening that's over and no second chances. And this is 2 transformations out here. So clearly, if transformation is out here, that means that God is still offering you the path to redemption for your soul, at least. X, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. Yeah, a relationship is over with. Somebody has to have that awakening. A relationship is over with. There's no second chances. But you need to grow and transform. That's the purpose of this incarnation. To transform. Don't make the same mistakes you make every fucking lifetime. Clearly, you have so much karma. You have such a shitty life. You built up so much fucking karma. You're supposed to clear that karma. Now you're passing it down to your fucking kids. And that's a new generational curse that you've just created for your own fucking bloodline. The kids have mental problems. The kids have mental problems. That's the generational curse. Didn't we just read that in the book? This come out every time, every reading, a fucking coffin come out here. Every reading, a fucking coffin is out here. Somebody gonna kick the bucket. Endings. Being new beginnings. So this could be a rebirth for somebody if they transform. You could have a rebirth. But somebody gotta go up in this coffin. Growth, change, liberation, transition. Somebody got to transition, baby. If a positive card come out next, we'll know it's a rebirth. If a karmic card come out next, we gonna know. But somebody going in that coffin regardless before this year is over with. Somebody going in that coffin, child. This coffin come out every reading. Okay. We got these 3 that came out at the same time. The butterfly, karmic relationship, kisses. Okay. The butterfly, relationship evolving, to the next phase. Healing the inner child growth. The butterfly, healing your inner child. This is a relationship with yourself and your soul and with the Most High God. Because people don't realize that you can create a karmic relationship with God too. You can have a karmic relationship with God. You can create that when you denounce God. Now you're a karmic to him. Karmic relationship. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you is your advice. Kisses. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love, back with God. That's the only way for your new beginning. The only way for your new beginning is to fall back in love with God. That's it. That's the soul's journey in this reading. You gotta fall back in love with the Most High, baby. Make some new memories, nostalgia, photograph. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it there, peoples. Talk to you all later. Ta-da!